Hey, Sam here. So, I forgot to mention a few things in the initial recording of this podcast episode. So, we're going to do this. First, I would like to mention that this is like the first podcast that I've ever managed. A lot of you might know that Zach does the technical side of most recording and editing, and I kind of just show up. This is the first time that I've been entirely in control of something like this. And so as a result, I'm still learning. So you might notice that the audio leveling, for an example, isn't exactly great for the first two episodes, and that's on me. I forgot to check the leveling before the episode started, so it's gonna sound kind of terrible for the first two episodes, but it should be fixed by episode three. Additionally, I forgot to give some backgrounds on what the campaign is. So, what we're doing is we're playing a cyberpunk campaign based in Seattle 100 years from now. We're using a system known as Mothership. For those of you who know about Mothership, you'll probably know that the system is not designed for cyberpunk. It's designed primarily for space horror. So as a result, there's going to be a lot of improvisation. Um, so also be prepared for that. Now with all that said, enjoy the rest of the show. All right. So hi, welcome to Spilt Dice. I am your DM and House of Leaves Stan, Sam. How about we just go around? Let's just round robin it and just have everyone introduce themselves real quick.
All right, I guess I'll go. Hi, my name is also Sam, and I will be. Do we also want to do characters? Say what we're going to play.
Uh, you know what? Sure. Let's describe your characters too.
All right, yeah. I'm going to be playing as Jack, also known as Jackie Willow. I'm a Marine, ex-military, and working as a mercenary now, doing different jobs. The picture I chose, he kind of looks like Captain America.
With the
Without
suit and everything?
no, like
Okay.
what's it? Endgame Captain America.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
mean when he comes back old?
No. Uh, but yeah, that's my character. I am Jack.
All right. I also Sam. Um, I am playing Verochka, mostly called Vera. She's a scientist, specializes in computers, sort of an underground hacker person, and she just does jobs with that.
I am Mika. I am playing Nova, a Marine who just kind of left and was inept, so they didn't really care that she left.
I am Andrew, and tonight I will be playing Liam McDonald. He's a bounty hunter, hitman, assassin kind of guy. He specializes in close quarters, back alley, sneaky stuff. Um, and he has uh two he has his thumbnails have been replaced with genetically modified hyena teeth that have been genetically modified to constantly grow like a rodent's teeth. Um, yeah,
So does your character have to like? Does he have like a long file? Are you just constantly like filing down your
it's
nails?
not long. It's like a normal like you know
Hmm.
one, but yeah, like
It's
kinda.
it's like a file, but one you would see in a metal shop.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was picturing just like from like a drugstore.
Okay.
I think when he shapes his
An
nails, he
emery
mainly
board.
just uses a knife and just whittles them down. Um,
Yeah, like one side of the knife is like flat and like not really interesting. The other side is like like the grooves of a file.
Maybe. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And I might attempt an accent, but it might be bad, and I might
We
stop.
will all attempt accents for our characters.
Oh,
don't-
very much so.
I will speak for myself when I say that if I attempt an accent, it will be bad.
I agree.
And so the year is 2120, and you are all living in Seattle. This is not the same Seattle that was around in 2020. That Seattle, due to global warming, got flooded. Different corporations as well as local government have come together to build a new Seattle on the banks, on like the new banks of the ocean. So like the oceans come in and like because of the sea rising, and so there's like a new shoreline. And
So wait, is like Florida gone then?
Florida has been diminished by a lot.
Oof.
You have all been private mercenaries and contractors for the last however long, and you have managed to gain the attention of some very powerful people. You have gotten an invitation from Animus Robotics, who is one of the leading corporations within Seattle. The invitation has stated to show up at the Animus Robotics headquarters at 10 p.m. Just to kind of bring this point home, this is like the big leagues. People in your line of work like dream of getting contract jobs with large corporations like this. So, assuming you're there,
I show up at 9:30.
good to be punctual.
Good to be early. It's just polite.
So, it's professional is what it is. So the building looks just about like every other building in the city. It's tall, it's gray, it's made out of like poured concrete, and it just absolutely looms above the dirty, decrepit street of Seattle. The difference, of course, is that there's a large yellow neon lit sign that reads Animus Robotics. The N in Animus is blinking because the light bulb's about to go out. Andrew's character is going to show up. I'm sorry, what was your character's name again?
Liam McDonald.
All right, so Liam is going to show
Alright,
up.
Old McDonald.
Liam is going to show up 30 minutes early. What about the rest of you?
I'll show up a little bit late.
On purpose?
Yes.
What's funny is I was gonna say the same thing, but probably for a different reason.
we both show up late. We're both Marines.
I'm about 10 minutes early.
All right,
I'm
so
like 5 minutes late.
So Liam, you show up first. You come into the reception area. There is an android behind a long metal desk, which has a computer and a phone on it. That's probably the most notable part of this room, because the rest of it is just a really tall, brightly lit concrete room. To the left is the desk with the robot, and to the right is just a bunch of chairs and like a table with like a obviously fake plant on it.
All right. What? It does the robot. It does it. Is it? What does it look?
Animus Robotics makes like a ton of androids, right? And this looks like kind of what you've noted to be like the secretary model. So pretty plain, the kilt looks vaguely humanoid, like a normal torso and like arms. The head it looks like a shaved human head with like one circular eye just kind of slapped in the middle of it. It's like a circular blue light and yeah, the lower half is just like a pole in the floor essentially, because it's not really meant to move out from behind that desk.
All right, I'll walk up to the desk, do a little knock thing on the counter, and say, "Hey, bruv, I'm looking for I'm here for a meeting."
Hello. Yes. Are you Liam?
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Yes, your meeting won't be for another half hour. If you could please have a seat at our waiting area. She kind of points over behind you to the chairs. Mr. AM will be with you shortly.
Oh, sounds great. Okay.
The chairs are metal poles with what looks to be leather, just like pulled taut between the poles.
Uncomfortable. Great.
It is exceedingly uncomfortable.
I can respect that.
So Vera, you walk in, same kind of sight, except you see a muscular man sitting in
Wait,
the
no, I
waiting
should
room.
describe Liam. He's non-muscular. He's tall, like 6'3", long, kind of greasy lacrosse hair would be the best way to put it. Like a thin, no, pretty thick, like a porn stash. Wearing like a kind of a crinkly black trench coat thing, and like maroon pants and
You've
a
just
white t-shirt.
you've just described me in middle school.
That's a little sad there.
A coincidence?
I hope it's a coincidence. So yeah, that's what you see.
You had a porn stash?
Okay, so I
Like a luscious mustache.
okay, well it wasn't quite that. Like I wasn't able to get my first razor until I was like midway through grade 7, because I don't know, I just never really got to shaving. So what ended up happening is I had like this crappy like wispy mustache thing. It kind of looked like a porn stash, but not in that way.
That's so unfortunate.
It really was.
F in chat, boys. F in chat.
I think there's a school photo of me kind of floating around somewhere, of me with my crappy long hair and like my moldy
The porn
shoelace
stash.
mustache. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Worst way you could describe that.
Moldy shoelace.
It's not far from the truth. All right.
Ugh.
We're getting off topic.
Okay.
All right.
Very, very off topic.
All right. So Vera, that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, Vera walks in. She's also rather tall. Just average brown hair, brown eyes. Wearing the dirtiest trench coat you've ever seen. She doesn't even talk to the android or robot, I guess. And she does not sit down, but she does like go stand by the sad plant and not acknowledge.
Mika, other Sam, how late are the two of you?
Oh,
I'm like 5 minutes late.
only a few minutes late.
For simplicity's sake, I'm gonna say that you both kind of show up at the same time ish.
All right.
So you both come in. Are you like rushing at all, or are you like?
No, I am like I'm like casually walking in. I got backwoods in my mouth. I'm just smoking that.
I am talking to this person who I'm walking in with, even if they're not responding.
Yeah, I'm definitely like the gruff, like old.
You're a
soldier who's
cool
seen-
guy. We got it.
Yeah, that's me.
The cool guy with the cheapest gas station cigar.
You know it. It's the only one I can afford.
Perfect.
They told me 2,200 hours. They really should have just said 10 p.m. It would have made a lot more sense, but now here I am, a little late.
I kind of just grunt. because I'm not really paying attention to what this little girl is saying. Basically, my guy, he's got that Captain America vibe, but if Captain America has seen all the wars,
Captain America was a PTSD asshole.
basically he looks like he just came out from like a training or like a mission. So he's got like all of his gear on. He's got like combat boots on, ball like a like that.
Yeah, that's like an
scarf thing.
Afghan. It's an Afghan. Yeah,
Yeah, basically that. He's got that on.
that is what it is.
He's got
Okay.
a few gray hairs in his beard.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you walk in and see the same sight, except you know, you see two people waiting in the waiting area. By the way, the waiting area, the table with the plant on it, it has like a few magazines on it, on there if you want to peruse the magazine selection.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely perusing.
I never described my character.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
She's basically like average height, brown hair, brown eyes, with what looks to be the training uniform on still. It's clean, but it doesn't look like. It looks like it's seen better days.
So it's been used, but not used long enough where it would be permanently stained.
Looks kind of like she just got out of basic.
Sam, you're gonna be you're perusing the catalogs. There's 3 catalogs. Why did I write these? Animus Robotics, Marijuana Monthly, because
I'm looking through that.
it's not weird now because it was legalized like a long time ago. But in retrospect, I don't know why I wrote that.
It has marijuana like. Has it become like the new scotch for like annoying people to care too much about?
Oh, 100%. It already kind of is.
It is that now. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But it's not so dumb anymore. It's like they're like it's dignified. You know, it's like, oh yeah, my dad's weed. You know, like a good.
I only drink.
Respect.
I only smoke indigo.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I'm
Age
just perusing. I'm just like amateurs.
I 100% like the people are like standing around like I only smoke with crushed ivory and like krill fins in my blunts. I don't know.
And then meanwhile, just me smoking just a cigar. Just like the fuck.
They have like weed
What
snobs
are these
and
millennials talking about?
No,
weed
this is way past
sommeliers.
millennials.
My
Now
guy would
there's-
definitely be a boomer.
Instead of whiskey snobs, there's weed snobs.
Mm.
They have a whole like sommelier thing where it's like, oh, this one's woody.
The secretary is going to turn towards Jackie and say, "Excuse me, there is no smoking within this establishment."
I kind of just look at her and take out my cigar and blow a smoke cloud in her face and be like, "Is that so?"
Yes.
I kind of I guess extinguish the cigarette. I don't smoke, just for everyone's.
Oh, I
just to
couldn't
be clear.
tell.
Yeah, I do not smoke, so I don't know how it goes. I guess I just
Stub it out or something.
Yes, I
Yeah.
guess stub it out.
So
On her forehead, on the robot's forehead, be a cool.
Yes. No,
that is the
I do
real
it- I
that
do
is
it
the
in
real
a-
bad boy move.
Better
No,
put
not
it out on
on
your
her
tongue.
forehead. I do her on her shoulder.
I lean over to the nearest person in the waiting room. Man, this guy's a jerk.
The robot doesn't seem
Register.
surprised at all. It kind of just like brushes the ashes and off their shoulder and just say, "Yes, Jackie, please take a seat. The CEO will be right with you."
All right, I'll take a seat.
All right. After a couple of minutes, you hear like a ding over at the elevator, and I didn't mention that there was an elevator. There's an elevator.
Okay.
There's a ding, and like the elevator doors open to just reveal like a very standard mirrored elevator. The secretary says, "AM13 will see you upstairs."
All right. I'll push myself out of my chair and head over.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Pile in.
I follow along right behind.
Awkward elevator time. All right, so you stand in the elevator. It takes a minute until you hear like another ding, and the doors open up to a much more different scene than the lobby. This office is a wooden paneled office, and with like really comfortable looking chairs. On the other side of you, you see a dark wooden desk with like some papers and knickknacks and a computer on it. And behind that desk is a black painted android wearing an expensive looking suit. The face of the android is just a single red vertically oblong eye. He stands up and says, "Welcome to my office. Please take a seat." He points towards to a number of chairs in front of his desk.
Yeah, I'll sit right down.
When you sit down, he's immediately says, would you like a drink of some sort?
What do you have?
What do you want? I can we have scotch, bourbon, whiskey. I got some soda too.
I'll
Yeah,
take
grape
some
soda.
whiskey.
Do you mind if I smoke?
Not at all.
He lights a cigarette up.
I'll take a scotch.
So scotch, whiskey. Okay, so he pours all of the drinks and brings them over. I've been told it's bad to do business with a dry throat. And he does like like a hearty laugh, or as much as he can do with a robotic voice. All right, let's talk business.
So, what's the job?
He walks over to the large window and behind his desk, and he just looks out. The job, as you so eloquently call it, involves one of my factories. I own many factories around this country, and it would not, and I suppose it would not surprise you that many of them are in the city of Seattle. Now, a number of elements have come down on my organization and have been trying to suppress progress in what my company is doing. He turns back over to you. One of my many factories have been vandalized, and I need you to see what has been done. I would not normally hire high-end mercenaries for a mere vandalism job, but this has been a chronic issue, and the police have not been any help.
Sounds about right.
What are your factories for?
The factories are simple Android production, so it's just bringing in the OS, building the androids on site, and then plugging the OS into the androids.
And this vandalism has to do with these androids.
Well, the whole factory. We have had multiple instances. Like we've had factories attacked. We've had employees attacked. Even just random androids on the street have been attacked, and I'm going to need your help to eradicate this. It seems like there's one singular group that has been perpetrating these attacks, one of my representatives will fill you in on site.
All
What?
right.
What manner of vandalism is this?
I guess calling it vandalism would be kind of understating it. It's more like some sort of sabotage. They cut conveyor belts. They just absolutely, when it comes to sites like this, they just absolutely trash the factory site. When they attack individuals, they go in for the kill.
Have they succeeded?
Yes, they have.
Okay.
Do we have a name for this group that has been vandalizing?
So far, unfortunately, no. The police investigation, if you can call it that, has not been proved fruitful.
Out
I
of
see.
curiosity's sake, are you an android yourself, or is this a remote vessel?
No, this is I am an android. This is my soul body.
No problems for me, bruv.
I was wondering
Isn't it
that
kind of
myself.
weird that you make androids and you're an android? Like, isn't it kind of like you're selling your children a little bit?
Isn't that what an orphanage is?
No, it's not.
Not
That's not what
really.
an orphanage is. That's- it's not at all what an orphanage is. What?
Oh, you sell your kids to the orphanage. The other way around.
Okay.
I am not sure what sort of orphanages you have been to, sir, but no, I assure you, this is not this is not like anything like an orphanage.
Then are they like your kids?
No, not in the least bit. No.
So you don't have to pay child support, huh?
As they're saying this, I'm just like, I've got a hand over my face, like, oh god, these guys.
So at this point, the android put kind of like brings his like hand up to his face as if he's like kind of like pinching the bridge of his nose, and
Mhm.
which isn't there, but
If it was there, he'd be pinching it.
yeah, and he says, no, I don't think that would be an accurate comparison.
Which factory are they hitting the hardest?
Mostly production factories. So, like I said, that's just the ones where we build the hardware.
It's not a single factory; it's multiple factories.
Yes, it's been relentless, and they all seem to be within the Seattle area.
All right.
Well, I say we not waste any time here. Let's get out there and hunt them down.
You will be paid when the job is done. However, I will give you my contact. I will, if additional resources are necessary, within reason, I will be able to supply funds for certain resources.
What was this guy's name?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give him a name.
We don't
AM.
know his name.
No, I
Number.
gave him a name in my thing. I just never said it. It's AM13.
Yeah, the
AM13.
secretary said it.
Oh, okay.
Is AM short for anything, or is it just like a model?
No, he says that's just his name.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like a full AM radio station.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what it stands
God.
for.
That's oh god.
That hurt me
I
physically.
just got the joke.
So, which factory do you suggest? Who is it that we're meeting up at? Which factory?
You'll be meeting up with a corporate Reddit representative over at a production factory within what is known colloquial fuck colloquially
Colloquialism.
colloquially
Okay.
as the industrial district.
All right.
He will give you like a business card with the address like kind of written on it with pen. You also might notice that he's like one of those people who writes with a fountain pen.
Solid.
He's a pen guy. Go to the mall, get a nice pen.
Yeah.
Pen sales.
I mean, what else are you going to do at the mall?
Getting some sketchy vibes from that fountain pen.
That fountain
don't know.
pen is evil.
You can hide a lot of stuff in a fountain pen.
You also stab a person with a fountain pen.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, or with
I
a
mean-
regular pen, I guess.
Yeah, but the fountain pen's got more of a sharper edge to
Yeah,
it.
but you could just get a knife.
To be fair, like if you get, like, I don't think you can stab anyone with any pen. Like those like shitty bank pens you get for free at the bank. I don't think you could like.
No.
You
Like
could.
a fountain pen, I could see, like, you could probably stab someone in the neck with a fountain pen.
Yeah, you could maybe like jab someone with like a free bank
True.
pen, but like I don't think you could kill them or even break the skin really. So there. Any more questions?
Now that we have, I do have a question, but it's not for AM. It's more for you, Sam. Or for I guess all of us, do we all have like modes of transportation?
Negatory. I have my feet.
Yeah, I have a mode of transportation.
Okay, I've got a Jeep.
I have a mode.
I've got a subway card if that's still a thing.
It sure is. Though I think Seattle I think has above ground.
Okay, bus.
I don't know why I say I think. I'm making this. Yes,
They can
it
have
has
it-
an above ground train.
Yes. Okay, I've got a train bus thing.
All right, sweet. You got a Metro card. All right. So if there are no more questions, he will wish you luck and kind of just continue staring out the window, but like kind of implying that you should leave.
Before we leave, I actually toss a credit, I guess, to the secretary.
You do that. The secretary doesn't really notice it. She kind of like looks over, and then you hear a "dee-dee," and then it just continues typing at the computer.
I mean,
I'll
y'all
take
can
my-
pile into my Jeep.
Nah, I left my moped here. I gotta take my moped. Like, where am I gonna put it?
I'm gonna
You know?
hop in your Jeep because I don't have another way to get there than walking.
I'm
Alright.
in the Jeep.
Farther away you get from downtown, you start going into the areas that have been built due to like the amount of gentrification downtown. And you look around and you can see the effects of that. And you keep driving, and eventually the bars and pawn shops give way to anonymous like warehouses and factories. You show up to the address that AM has given you, and it looks like a factory just like any other, except there is red tape stretched across the front door.
Do I see anyone who looks like the person we're meeting up with?
No, there is. It's 10 o'clock at night, and the street, or at this point, it's probably like 10:30. And
Okay.
the streets are. There is nobody around besides the four of you.
Yeah, I go up and knock on the doors.
Vera, when you go and knock on the door, you will open. It'll open up to what looks to be a another android unit, which this one is blue with a red circular eye, but otherwise looks pretty similar to the one that you talked to earlier.
To AM.
Yeah. While this is happening, Sam, your AM picks up on the other end and says, "Well, I didn't think you would be asking for money so soon."
Who'd you say we're supposed to be meeting up with again? We're seeing no one out here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Was there no one outside to greet you?
No.
Oh, my
No, there
apologies. That just go right inside. There's my team should already be there.
All right. Talk to you soon. I shut
Love
my
you.
phone.
Bye.
Love you too.
I kind of like stare at my phone, like what, like confusingly, and I hang up.
Click. All right. Sweet.
You know the door's open.
So Vera, the robot says, "Can I help you?"
To be meeting someone.
Yes. That are you the team here to investigate?
Yeah, I guess that's us.
Yeah.
All right.
Where the
All right. Please come in. I'll go get my supervisor. He opens the door and runs off deeper into the building. You look into the reception area, and it does not look great. There's an android behind a desk, but they're like slumped backwards. There are two large gun-looking things just laying on the floor. one,
I'll-
both the
I'll
interior.
take a look at them. Are they guns?
Do a gunnery check against intelligence.
Well, Liam is very stupid, so fail.
All right. You can tell that these aren't really meant to be held by people. But that is about as much as you can tell.
It's like a turret gun, like for security or something like that.
Yeah.
Can I check on the android that's slumped over? Is it like alive or is it like shut down?
It looks pretty shut down.
It's never alive, Sam. It's an android.
Well, I mean, Andrew, like, is it like
I
been,
get what
like,
you mean.
shot or anything?
Androids have feelings too.
Yeah, man.
He said it was shot.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it's slumped backwards. If you take a closer look, you can see that there's been its head is entirely obliterated.
Am I able to do like a would it be like a firearm to see maybe like what sort of caliber of gun did this, or would that also be gun?
Go with How about
Because gunnery is in the book is spaceship guns.
Yeah, I would just go with firearms for this one.
All right, and I have a 10% thingy because I'm actually trained in.
I think that that would be intelligence.
That was a 70. No, wait, no, it's 15. But either way, I still fail because my intellect is only 40.
Okay.
I am not
Wow,
very
that's a
smart, boy.
pretty. Hey, a peek behind the curtain. Liam's intellect is 19.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
Jesus.
I don't know if he can read.
Probably
Probably
Yeah,
like
30's the
third
average.
grade level tops.
Jeez.
He had a
Oh.
tough time growing
Oh
up.
my god!
You know?
He grew up in the slums. There was no such thing as school.
in this future, most of the education is privatized. So depending on your economic status, that might have been actually the truth. So you can't really tell. You can tell it's a
Very large caliber.
I mean, it rips metal apart like that, but like you couldn't
Well,
really
imagine
tell.
what it would do to a human.
I can hear your character salivating from here.
Are there any other like marks on the android's body
On the body,
besides the blown out head?
go ahead and do like a scavenging check. By the way, for everyone listening at home, we are using the mothership system, and the mothership system doesn't really have a good nice. It doesn't have a good a perception check thing. So in
Yeah.
the closest,
No perception, no stealth.
which
Yeah,
really,
it's designed for space horror, but it's like the best sci-fi system I've read.
yeah.
It, and they're promising a sci-fi, not a sci-fi, a cyberpunk expansion at some point.
That would be
Till that
nice.
day.
Which will hopefully give us some more skills.
I really wish they had like a
Yeah.
perception thing, because like I guess
Yeah,
It is
scavenging
so easy.
Scavenging is like the closest thing, but it's not great.
The designer has said that like the cyberpunk will have like sneaking rules and like perception and stuff like and it's more social based stuff, which will be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Hey, if
Yeah.
you're listening,
Which you are.
wait just one second.
If
Let's look this up. Sorry.
the
Oh, hold on. I rolled a 2 on the.
oh, I'm
thingy
sorry.
for
Yeah,
scavenging. Yeah.
yeah. No, there aren't any other marks.
All right, Sean
bro.
McCoy, the writer of Mothership. If you're listening to this,
If you happen to be
Give
one of the
us-
7 people who listen to this podcast,
give us a playtest. We will
Yeah, dude.
playtest it.
Yes,
I'm-
Hell yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm ready. Give it to me.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'll be
He's
chill
worth
about
it.
it. If you don't want me to tell anybody that I got it, I won't. I'll say that I didn't. But
So
I don't know
ignore-
why you would want that. but give it to it, please. I don't want to just be like, give me free RPGs, but also
Sponsor us.
Ignore how horribly we screw up your system. Just
your
give-
system. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Give us people who don't know how to play this game. Give us a different game to play test. Yeah.
People, just another peek behind the curtains. Andrew knows a lot more about the system than I do.
Oh, I
Than
don't. I
any-
mess
than
it up
any
all
of
the
us.
time.
So yeah, a second android comes in. Hi, can I? You're the investigation team, right?
Yep.
That'd be us.
Oi.
All right. So this one is actually kind of hilarious because it looks like it's a white android, and it has two eyes instead of one, but it looks
Mhm.
like it was designed in a way that they like it has like little ears and kind of a nose like thing to hold up a black pair of like glasses.
Mm.
Job
Which
simulator.
I'm sorry.
Job simulator style.
Exactly.
Oh man.
They serve no purpose because of course it's an android. So
It's for style.
I guess this android walks up. Yes, you're the investigatory group, right?
I imagine this is actually happening in campaigns. Actually stuttering like an actual like computer.
A glitch.
You want to fuck it? Yeah. This is how the robot talks.
Yes, we are that you said.
Yes, sorry, my I haven't gone in for maintenance for a bit, so this is a thing. He's like wildly gesturing with his hands. So as you can see, this factory has undergone a siege of some sort.
We can tell. And
Yeah.
I gestured to the android that I investigated.
We can't really tell 100% what's going on because the security system has been the security system has been shot pretty much, literally and figuratively.
Oh, no security footage at all.
We can't really repair the computers. I suppose if there was someone good at that, we could possibly, but I don't know.
We got a girl who's good with computers.
Hey.
Perfect. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, we have that. Otherwise the factory is just a mess, and they seem to have painted some sort of insignia in the floor.
What does the insignia look like?
Show us.
Yeah, just come out. The android, yeah, will exit the reception area deeper into the factory. When you enter, it, like the android said, it looks pretty terrible. It's a large factory, and it has like a series of conveyor belts, kind of running from the back to the front. But it all looks trashed. The conveyor belts have been cut. A ton of robots and androids have been
Jesus.
slaughtered and are lying on the floor. It looks like a volley of bullets have been shot throughout the warehouse. There are additional turrets are lying on the floor. Windows are smashed. And right in the middle of the floor, painted in red, is a large symbol of what looks to be a human heart impaled by a scythe. And
At this point, I am Jackie is smoking another backwards.
Oh yeah, I
Alright,
lit
let's
up
see.
too. Again.
And at this point is where we are going to leave off. Thank you for listening to Spilt Dice. We will see you
Yeah.
next time.
Good
And
job.
remember, kids, don't smoke.
Please don't.
It's bad for
And
your
stay safe out there with the coronavirus. Please stay safe.
Don't date the fucking podcast.